So today, I hope to answer about 3 questions, or maybe kill 3 birds with 1 stone. And I get people that send me messages and say, hey, I want to stay in Pattaya. I want to be close to the beach. I'm on a budget. I don't really care where it is. Still others are more specific and say, I don't want to be in central Pattaya, but I still want to be close to a beach. And here again, I'm on a budget. And then some folks are even more specific and say, where can I stay on Phratumnak Hill? And that's what we're going to look into today. Hey folks, and welcome back to Pattaya, the hill of Pattaya, also known as Phratumnak Hill. That's right, we're going to be over here at this place. It's called the Phratumnak Beach Guest House. That's where we're going to be. I think this might check a lot of those boxes we talked about and answer a lot of those messages I get. Anyway, let's jump into this. We'll also look at the area, the beach, and the whole ensemble. So right, just before we start this today, we've got a lot to go over, but real quick update on V. There is a little bit of a lull in the activity right now between tests we had yesterday and today, kind of off. Tomorrow we go for the last big test, which is Thursday, and then Sunday we go back to the doctor for the full consultation. He'll have all the results for those tests, be able to put all that together, give us some kind of more precise diagnosis and maybe treatment options, etc., etc. Next time, hopefully we'll know something more. But anyway, back to our little dilemma here, finding a budget hotel that's quiet, maybe out of town, and still close to the beach. The town is very busy just now. As a testament to that, I was down at Walking Street last night with some friends. A couple of the friends it was their first trip here to Pattaya, and we went down, and you know, it was the normal hijinks down there. It's been going on for years, from the Turkish ice cream guys to the skeleton on stilts to the Muay Thai, everything that you're used to seeing, and tons of people. And every place we went in was crowded. In fact, we went in one well-known place. There was literally standing room only. I forget the name of it though. I think it was called something like the Mindwill. Just crowded. So this hotel, at this price, the price 400 baht, I think 419 baht, comes out to just under $12, about $11.75. So I don't think any arguments there about it being a budget price, especially now in kind of the beginning of high season. This is definitely, we're seeing the beginnings of a high season here. It's only the middle of November, just when it's usually starting, but I think it started a little bit early this year. So the budget price, that checks off one big box. We'll go in and look at the room in a minute. Check-in time had to be 2 o'clock. Why? Because all the rooms were full last night. I had no problem booking just a night ahead of time. Your mileage may vary on that. I booked through Agoda as I usually do, but they were all full last night. So don't know if they'll be full tonight. Before we go into the room, we'll check another block off the list, which is being close to the beach, and we'll look at that. So about that beach, it's one of the nicer options around in town. Actually, it's kind of a big shady area here, and then plenty of beach chairs and areas you can get some sun, but a lot of shade, nice calm waters here, dedicated swimming areas marked off, and some big swaths, wide swaths of beach. So 200 meters from the hotel, that's what you find, about a 5-minute walk. So in between the hotel and here is downhill. Of course, it's uphill on the way back, but still
a fine option. So I think that checks the box for the beach pretty well. And there's plenty of parking, so if you do take a scooter or something, there's plenty of parking down here, or even for cars. So it's early in the day and still a decent amount of people out here on the beach. I know a lot of the residents like to come down to this area of the beach. So for tourists, it's a good spot. I think much quieter and more shade options and everything than Pattaya Beach or even Jomtien. And where the chairs are going to be the same price. 50 baht is the price for a chair. Do not pay more. It's 50 baht. That's all it is. That's for the entire town here, and it's regulated by City Hall. So about a little over $1.50, less than $1.50. You get your beach chair. You got shade. You could also bring your own chair if you wanted to do that. Nothing says you can't do that. And there are plenty of kind of just shady, nice areas here to sit down in. And there's little food vendors and things as well down here, but not overdone, but just enough if you want something, you can find it. Here again, a little less commercial than Pattaya Beach or maybe even parts of Jomtien. But that's another reason this is a great location.
So back up at the Phratumnak Beach Guest House, while we wait to check in, they do have a very nice terrace restaurant right out front, all sorts of Mediterranean type offerings and Thai food as well. So let's get something to eat first.
So what do you get for your $12 here on Phratumnak Hill, and probably, arguably, one of the busiest neighborhoods in Phratumnak, right here on Soi 5, right in the middle of everything that's here. I'll go over some of the things that are here later. A lot of new stuff. But anyway, I'm on the 4th floor. The one bad part is it's steps only. There's a big storm going on. You might be able to hear the thunder in the background. It's just started coming down right before I checked in. Incidentally, that's been ditto for about the last 4 days here. Even though rainy season is over, we've seemed to have these rain squalls, thunderstorms, kind of violent thunderstorms for an hour or so in the afternoons. Only stair steps, no elevator. So the 4th floor was quite a hike up here. It looks like there's about 5 rooms per floor, 5-6 rooms per floor, giving them 5 floors of maybe up to, I don't know, 25, 30 rooms. It's not a lot of rooms, but it's a decent amount. My room's very, very clean. It looks like it could have been painted and remodeled yesterday. The floor, the furniture, everything's new. There's nothing in here that looks old, tattered, worn out, etc. There's a safety box in the wardrobe. It's affixed in some manner, I assume bolted to the wardrobe. I've got a little writing desk over here. I've got a chair, a medium to medium hard bed, definitely not a soft bed, but it does feel very supportive. Blankets, towels, pillows, everything you need. The bathroom, here again, looks like it was just remodeled, very clean in there, very modern, but it is a Thai style bathroom, so to speak. There is no shower curtain or shower doors, just the shower on the wall, so the rest of the bathroom may get wet. You'll see that a lot in the budget range hotel rooms. The size of the room is bigger than a lot of times, which you'll see. Everything seems to work. The TV reception, not the greatest. There is Wi-Fi. I tested the Wi-Fi. I'll leave this up to you. I would consider this to be marginal Wi-Fi, but there is Wi-Fi. There's a lot of different networks you can connect to within here. I connected to the one that I had the best signal for, and I still found it lackluster. But my air conditioner's blowing cold. I've even got a fan on the wall up here, right there, this guy. I like that. And just easy on the eyes, everything in here easy on the eyes. There's a refrigerator, there's glasses, there's water, all the things that you would expect. There are two chairs on the balcony, and a little table. So given the balcony, I think that's a differentiator, and the size of the room, the cleanliness, that definitely, and the newness of it definitely sets it apart in the budget range. And the location, so let's go into that a little bit. Soi 5 here, there's everything along here, even a restaurant right downstairs. Now I had a meal down here earlier when I was waiting to check in. I got 2 Thai dishes and an orange juice, came out to, I believe, about 300 baht. The place is called Dom's downstairs. The pizza looked fairly legit, I gotta admit, right? A pizza oven, looks like fresh hand-tossed dough. So right here on premises, right downstairs, you have that. But all along here, there's some great restaurants, some that I've featured before, like the Cajun Cafe down here. There's a new place. There's a bakery with great breads and danishes. I've showed that before, and right next to that now is a lovely lady with a new place. I said hi to her. She had burgers and stuff on the menu, but she doesn't do the burgers every day. It's a lot of Thai food there. But also, one of my perennial favorites that I eat at quite often, at least, I don't know, 3-4 times a month probably, is the food court. I call it the food court. It's called Checkpoint Phratumnak. We've been there before. All that, just within a minute's walk of here. There are at least 5 new bars this year, built this year and opened this year right on the street, including one right across the street called Hard 8. But there is a couple, I don't want to list them all because I'll probably miss one, but suffice it to say, there's plenty of entertainment. There's a couple new coffee shops up here that are kind of just impromptu. They're built with thatched roofs and they sit on the side of the road in what used to be a gravel parking lot. I shouldn't say a couple, I should say one. One is fully open and operational. Looks like a decent place to get a cuppa in the afternoon. But just right next to that, I'll show you somebody's building something that looks very similar. That is not open yet. So a little bit of development up there. There's massage there, all sorts of shops along here. Everything you need for the beach. If you need something for the beach, you'll find it between here and walking to the beach. Little stores for t-shirts, tank tops, flotation devices, etc. So this is actually, you could really have a nice holiday here. There's enough entertainment, there's enough food. Of course, the beach, if you're after that beach experience, we went over that, I think very good. So I think this checks all those boxes we talked about at the beginning. It's definitely budget. It's definitely close by the beach and a nice beach. We've established that. It's not in central Pattaya, of course, but you're 5 minutes away from Walking Street. Now, a moto taxi, I took a Bolt down to Walking Street last night, and I took a moto taxi back. Both were the same price. But the Bolt was 63 baht. I took the moto taxi back with 60 baht. I definitely would not pay more than 60 baht on a moto taxi to get down to Walking Street or Central Pattaya. There is no public transportation here, so to speak, in the form of like a songtao or a bot bus that stops and will take you down. But between Bolt and the moto taxis, 5 minutes to Walking Street, I still can't get over all the crowds down there last night. It just was the place was almost heaving. On a Tuesday night. It was a Tuesday night. The friends I was with were also equally impressed, and the people that hadn't ever been here before, to them they just thought that's how it always was. So that's the Phratumnak Guest Beach House. Great price, great location, and for all of you that were saying I want a quiet place to stay out of town close to the beach, that's not going to cost me a lot of money. This is one, and I think other than the steps walking up, I think you'll be happy with it.
I also noticed there were some motorbikes for rent just right across the street from the place. Now, if any of you are wondering more about long term, I did ask for a monthly rate. It was actually came out to be higher than the rate I paid. It was a 15,000 for the month. That would be more like 500 baht a night. Of course, I only paid closer to 400 baht for the night. So maybe still an option, but no big savings. I think I already got a good deal. So your mileage may vary on that. But as we wait for this rain to stop here before I can venture out farther, I will say it's a great option here on the hill, and a lot of you have asked about that, so there it is. Next time we'll look at something else, but for this one, gotta leave it off right here. And as usual, I'll thank you for watching, and until next time, bye for now.